This is Hubert Humphrey, and I really want to talk to a lot of you driven, determined dreamers out there right now that are looking. There's never been a better time in business history that I'm aware of for people like yourself, like me and you and others out there who are looking for a better way of life, looking to make their dreams come true. You know, and here at HGI, Hegemon Group International, and by the way, the name Hegemon, you might say, what is Hegemon? Hegemon comes from the Greek word imperial dominance, meaning to dominate. And so that's what we want you to do, is become a dominant force in your life. And so we've got a lot of great things to offer you here in our opportunity. We have such a great future ahead of us because we've got a great history. One of the main reasons why you'd want to consider us is because of our history, our track record. You won't find anybody else anywhere that can say that they were in on the ground floor and had a lot to do with the main things that caused two of the greatest business opportunities of all time. Today, there are multi-billion-dollar market cap companies out there, and we're going to build the third one. This is the third part of the great trilogy, and you got a chance to be a part of that here. So we invite you to come and join us on this extraordinary expedition to conquer your future. You know, it's a long odyssey from the time that we were back in when I met Art Williams and joined A.L. Williams with just 30 people in the business and watched that thing grow into 1.5 million recruits and 10 million sales and revolutionize the insurance industry and change the insurance buying habits of Middle America. And then later, as we followed the same demographics and built World Marketing Alliance, the second great company, and marketing Variable Universal Life. The first company, the baby boomers, those 77 million baby boomers out there were ages 20 to 34. And we just followed that demographic inevitability. And then the second company, they were ages 30 to 45. We continued to follow the demographic inevitability. And of course, here we are all these years later with HGI, we've got a much bigger opportunity than ever before. Instead of just one demographic group, we've got 4 monster demographic groups. You know, I love the word inevitability. And it just seems if you can get caught up in something that's inevitable, that gives you a great force, a wave of success that you can catch the wave. And we've been fortunate to do that many times over the years, and we invite you to come and catch this wave of inevitability. We've got demographic inevitability that I was talking to you about. Those same baby boomers that we built those other empires on, today they're out there ages 55 to 70 plus, and they have great needs. And then we've got a big super senior market from 65 on up to 85 or so. There's 40 million of those. Then you got the Generation X and the Generation Y, all those demographics of about 150 million people. So there's about 250 to 300 million people that need our opportunity. They need our opportunity, they need our products, our concepts, our services, all the solutions that we can bring for people. And guys, you got a chance to be in business. If you're going to go into a business, don't you want to go into a business that one, everybody needs your products. They've got to have your products. They're very important in their life. They're not hot ideas. They're not the catchy things. They're not some little hit and miss things. These are things that people have to have. They're life or death things. And we've simplified what used to be a complicated industry is very simple today. In fact, our whole motto is simplify and multiply your life. And the way you simplify is to have a system. One of my favorite quotes is from Michael Gerber, who wrote the great book, The E-Myth, and he said that for an ordinary person to do extraordinary things, a system or a way of doing things is required to compensate for all those things that they don't have, all the experience, all the abilities, and all they haven't learned yet. And that's why most people fail, is they don't have that. And guys, we have a system. One of my early associates many years ago, his uncle was a professor at Harvard Business School. And I got to meet him, and he studied us a lot. He was skeptical in the beginning and tried to warn his little nephew. And then as he kind of watched what was happening in this whole movement, he came up and said, you know, people pay us a lot of money to come to our university and to come to our classes and take these courses. He said, this is sort of what I teach them. And you guys have it all wrapped in one. He says, one, if you're going to, I tell our students that if you're looking for the best business to go in, find one that's got a plan that works, a proven, tested plan that works. Number two, find one that's got mentors, people that have an incentive to help you and will own the job and will be there in real live training, help you. And then third, if you can do it, great, is the architect of the system, of the plan, still in the game. So you have a chance to copy the original, the master copy, not some watered down copy of it. So we've got all that here, guys. It's just a tremendous thing. So for the right person, we believe that this truly is the greatest opportunity in the business world today. And one of the philosophies that I've tried to live by, and we've been lucky to catch this several times. We've been in the right place at the right time. If the problem is big enough, and if the solution can be big enough, then you've got a chance to have one of the great economic success stories of all time. And we've been able to be at the right place doing that before. And again, we're here right now at HGI looking for those people who want to do something with their lives. One of our positions as you climb up our success ladder, the ultimate position is called CEO Marketing Director, CEO MD. And we just challenge you to give you a chance to come be a CEO of your own life. Become the CEO of your own opportunity. Take charge, and we'll help you do this. You get to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Isn't that a great, encouraging thought? You don't have to have a lot of money to get started with us. You're not buying any franchise. You're not doing any of that sort of stuff. You don't have to have a lot of experience. You don't have to worry that some big entity, Amazon's not going to come along and put us out of business. Okay? We know what we're doing. We have a proven system. If you go look at our numbers, the numbers are overwhelming of what our system has done just in those three companies that we've built over the years. There's been over 2.5 million recruits have joined us, and there's been over 15 million sales have been made of our products that we market in financial services, unheard of. Way back in our day, we were so successful we beat companies like Prudential. Guys, this is not just, hey, is my good friend Art Williams, you say, this ain't just another deal. This is the real deal. And so I'm excited about it here, guys. We've got not only demographic inevitability, we've got historic inevitability. We've got the history here. We've got architect and leaders that can really help you here. We've got economic inevitability. There's a cycles that come up and down in life. I'll tell you one thing. If you're going to go in business, don't you want to go into a business where there's this monstrous wave? Right now, money is moving. This great wealth wave is occurring out there. It's been going on for a long time, but it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I found out many years ago, one of the keys to success is to find out where money's moving from to where it's moving to, and get in the middle and get as much of that money as you can as it comes by. That sounds pretty simple, but if you knew money was moving and you had a chance to get it, would you just want to stand there, just try to grab what you can with your hands? Or would you rather have a lot of gatherers, a team of gatherers that you could maybe override? That's what we do. We help you be able to come in here and make from a part-time income to becoming wealthy. We've got people that have, over the years, that have been in our business and followed our system today that have made millions and millions and millions of dollars and still do in some of our previous companies out there. They still make many, many millions of dollars. And I'm proud of that. We build companies that last. We build them to last, and we build people just like you. And trust me, if I can do it, my greatest story is that if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, I went to Georgia Tech, was going to get me a big degree, be an engineer. I was a very good student, made great records, good school participation, and good grades, and I went for a couple of years. I actually made the dean's list. I went to Georgia Tech, which is a high-level university, but I ended up. Married, first child on the way, summer job, next thing you know, I rationalized it, and I never went back and completed that. But I've gone on out in life and got my PhD. It's a piled high and deep, if you know what I mean. I've learned the school of hard knocks, and I've been able to go out there and I know what it's like to have a job and to struggle and do all those things. But I found financial services with a great system and put all that together. And guys, I've proven, and I've seen others, we've helped others prove that this thing works. So we're in the right place at the right time. We've got a tremendous array of great products and solutions here to offer you. We've got it where you can. We've got it simplified. We've simplified these big giant industries. We've brought Wall Street down to Main Street, and there's never been a time in business history where people need the concepts and products and services that we offer more than now. As I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, I was on the railroad, like I mentioned out there, and guys, I thought it was just a little part-time summer job, and I was going to go back and get my degree. You know how life is. Life got in the way, and next thing you know, I'm there 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm there 17 years, literally trapped on this job on the railroad, and got my first child and my fourth. So I'm a full-fledged card-carrying adult now. Life is just kicking me in the butt. And I was just about to surrender. I mean, I just didn't think I was it was going to be meant for me. I was a dreamer. I mean, I dreamed, but I almost surrendered. But luckily, I just snatched my arms down and said, look, I just can't give up. I at least got to have that dream, But my whole career was like, it was almost like, I remember this. It was like I had an epiphany. I was riding this freight train. If you can imagine, I'm on the caboose of a long freight train. And I've had this epiphany now. I wake up and I look at it and I said, I'm sitting there, I got my railroad jeans on and my shirt, my lantern, my boots. I'm a railroad. I said, who put me on this train? I wanted to be somebody. How in the world did I get here? I mean, really, that's the feeling I had. It was almost like I had awakened from this coma. I was like Rip Van Winkle. He went to sleep. And King George was his king. He awakes 20 years later, and George Washington is his president. He missed the whole revolution. That was how I felt. I was just, what had happened to me, all those dreams I'd had, and 17 years later, I'm still stuck out here. But luckily, what I was looking for was looking for me. And I ended up getting in, luckily, on the ground floor, right place, right time. I had just enough knowledge about the system and the experience, and Art had the crusade, and the demographics were perfect. Well, guys, we've been able to replicate that in other ventures, and today we've got that magnified more than ever. All you got to do is awaken from your coma and do something about it. There's only one person going to do anything about your success, and that's you. You're not going to win the lottery, probably. You're not going to inherit anything. The government is not going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. There's not a job out there you can have that could solve your problems. The only ability you've got, the only real security you got in life, is your ability to perform. Hey, you can come in a business like us, and we'll show you how to do it.